Alright YouTube, so in today's video I'm going to give you guys an update on what we've done so far with the car, all the parts we have on there. We're finally in a final stretch. I finally finished the cage, I finished the floor, and I'm pretty much going to show you guys what all do we have inside of the car. We're going to start getting to wiring, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I went a different route on as far as the back bed. And then I need some of you guys' input also on what I should do as far as the bed. All right, YouTube, so we're gonna start here. I ended up taking the motor out of the car. I was having some issues with the flex plate. I purchased the wrong flex plate for the car, so I had to get a new one. I'll show you guys my old one. So as you see here, I had this flex plate on it, which now I'm gonna have this up for sale. I also have the bolts for it, which are ARP bolts. I'll let it both go $50. I'll let both of them go. If you need it, get at me for it. As you see, we took the flex plate off. We got the transmission here. I'm going to get the transmission cleaned up. You guys already know we had the bell housing. I'm going to go and get the ATI flex plate. We have the injectors in here like you guys seen before. I have everything routed. Back here, I have my feed from the back of the intake to go into the distribution block, which I'll show you guys. This here is going to the front. I'm using this for the blow-off valves. I have my 10AN crossover. This here is the 10AN crossover. Then I have the 8AN crossover here. Went ahead and moved the injectors to this rail because this is the one I'm going to. We have valve cover breathers for them to go up to here. This is our Rock Solid Motorsports puke tank. We have our fuel cell, 15-gallon fuel cell from Rhodes Racecraft. In here has dual 525 Hellcat pumps. As you see, I already plumbed it. Already made some of the lines that's running under the car here. And then I have this wide to a 10. So that's 2 8s to a 10. And then that'll run to the front of the car, which will then attach here to this point here to come out. And then I just have this on there for now, but it's really not going to be used. I might as well take it off because what I'm going to end up doing is possibly putting the fuel regulator here. And then for my distribution block, I also have a spot for the fuel pressure sensor on the distribution block. So pretty much we'll go ahead and once I get my flex plate and everything like that, we'll go ahead and put the motor back in. Let's see, these are my turbo feeds for both sides. I'm also going to be running a coolant pressure sensor. As you guys see here, I got the AN lines there. We have this already ran. I just got to get a 90 to go on here. The back side of it already have its fitting, which is this here. And then this is my oil pressure sensor, which is also on my distribution block. And then I was telling you guys, we have the distribution block, which is right here. So this here is the fuel pressure, coolant pressure, oil pressure, and then this is my map sensor. This is a 5-bar map sensor from Low Dollar. This is their distribution block. And then this is where that'll hook up from the intake. We do have some of the wiring ran just to get an idea of how it will be. We have our brake lines ran, front and rear. Just got to tighten them up. A portion valve for the rear. I'm trying to see how this will work because before I had it coming up here, it was too tight. So I'm trying to see how this will work once I put the engine back in. I believe the back of the oil pan stops here. So this may be good. If not, I'm just going to try to get it a little bit lower, or we're going to go ahead and make a longer line to go across here. As you guys know, we have our CO₂ tube that's running to my MAC valves that'll be mounted up here. I'm trying to think of a different way to mount them, but for now, that's where they're going to be. We have all up under here done up. As you see, the rear end and the back. We have our bars painted. We have our number 1 bar drop down. We've also blocked off a couple things. So like this here, we have that blocked off right there. And then if you come over here, this is where the old fuse panel was. We have that welded in there good and blocked off. And then the wiring comes from the bottom down here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but right there in the bottom right. All right, YouTube, then we're gonna come over here. We have our expansion tank, and then we're gonna have an overflow right next to it that'll run across just like that. I know this looks a little crooked. It's only because the bed sit lower back here. If you look at it from this way, it's straight up and down, and then I'll have the overflow sitting next to it. We have our ATI overflow for the transmission. These plates here mount to the back of the seat to bolt in. I already showed you guys the fuel cell. This is going to be the racing fuel cell. We got it on there, but it has a little mistake here. And this also one's still bad. They're going to cut these off and grind them down. I don't know if I'm going to be running this anymore, but I just went ahead and made the brackets for it. So we'll see about that. Again, like I said, I got all the lines. So that's 12 AN right there to run from the back. I have some parts coming tomorrow. I'll show you guys that in the next video, but we have some bulkhead fittings that'll come through there. From the motor, it'll come from the inside of the car, go down, then run back here, and then it'll run straight across to there. All right, YouTube. So now, as you see, we did get the floor complete on both sides. Those plates that's in there right there, what I did with that is I welded the bar to those plates just so that it'll keep it down. Because as you see, I didn't bead roll the floor. But as you see, you don't have to worry about it making the popping noise like a tin can, like an oil can. It's not going to do that because I welded that down and keep it down. We have our switch panel mounted to the back. At first, we was going to have it mounted up here. I really don't want anything mounted here, and I also don't want to see the nut inserts coming through here. So I just said I'm not going to mount it here. So I mounted it back here. And then we have the cord for the switch panel coming up along the back side of the cage. It runs across. Right now I have everything zip tied, but it runs across and I have the switch panel there. This here is my wiring. I'm probably going to get started on that sometime this week. Probably going to make a video on me making those. I already have my AN fittings. Like I was telling you guys, for the puke tank, it'll more likely mount up right here. Then it'll run down alongside the frame all the way down, and then it'll come up again up in here in the corner. Because I will have a passenger seat over here. I just haven't bought it yet. Not too worried about getting a passenger seat just yet. I already have the driver's seat, so I'm not too worried about it. We also have the power bulkheads coming through because our battery will be mounted back there. Where this box is, I'll probably put the battery here or on this side, but I don't think on this side because I'm gonna have the cooling and stuff there. So I'm trying not to put it over there. So the battery might be mounted back here, which I can move this out the way. So as you guys see, I might mount it back here. And then the drain, I'm gonna go ahead and get a 90, and I'm gonna have it drain over here in this corner and have the battery back here, far back. Because as you know, I'm also have the radiator mounted under the bed. Now, the thing that I was telling you guys that I might need a little help with is deciding. So I got my Mac valves. So I'm trying to decide whether or not, so I did put this back together, but trying to decide whether or not I really want to have this here. I do have my tubs, so I'm trying to think of another way to put my tubs in and then have this area blocked off. Because as you guys know, like I told you, from here back, I'm going to have a complete tonneau cover. So it's going to cover up the whole back of the bed. You'll probably only see this up until about that point, probably like there. And I might cut that down, maybe. I don't know it just yet. We have my mid plate. I do have the metal to make the other side of these tubs over here. So this is 16 gauge. I already have the patterns marked out. Can't see it right now, but I have the patterns marked out on this 16 gauge. So I'll probably be doing that soon. And then like I was saying in here, We've got our fuse panel mounted. I might put the ECU back here also. So I'm thinking about going with HCR wiring harness, which I know will be long enough to run down and enter right there. I'll put a hole and it'll run into the engine bay. Then we have our CO₂ bottle. I have the line coming from in the engine bay. And then this is the line that goes to the shifter. We do have the motion shifter. Have it bolted down. I really do like this shifter. Even my daughter's able to use this shifter. I've had her sitting in the seat testing it out. We just have to wire it up, get the CO₂ filled up, everything like that. But we do have the shifter. We have the grips coming for the side to put on the sides. I'm actually gonna have to see how to do that. I'm probably gonna look at one of their videos or look online again because I have the grips coming tomorrow. And then I'm gonna take you guys on the other side and I'll show you guys that what this is here, which is another switch panel, which will be controlled by the turn signal, horn, and things like that. But I'll take you guys over there. All right, YouTube. So like I was saying, we have our steering column switch. So for like turn signals, headlights, high beam, low beam, horn. I'm actually gonna probably put a horn back on here. This is for the brake pedal switch. And then as you see in here, this is the rear lights. So this runs all the way down. And then this goes to the front right here. Goes through this grommet. And then it's all connected to, oops, sorry. We have it connected to the steering column in the back right here. And then like I told you guys, this runs all the way back. Goes through a grommet back there. Goes under the car. You guys can see it right there. How we're running on top of the bar, coming all the way back to that point there. And then we also have the brake line, ran similar, but right now we have, zip ties on it. I'm going to go ahead and put inserts to make those better, but 3AN lines. All right, YouTube. So like I was saying, even under the car, you can see the brake lines here. I have them zip tied for the time being, just so I can get an idea of how they'll run. I need to do some seam sealing on the floor. I'll get that done real soon. But the brake line comes up here, runs back on the tubes, and then it goes right here, runs to the other side on both sides. And then we have to get this rear end, go ahead and get the gears set up in it and the pin. I showed you guys that in the other video. The floor came out pretty good, as you guys see. Just filtered in. As you see my seat mounts coming through the floor. This is steel nut inserts that can weld to the floor. I don't think I really like them, so I might do something different. But other than that, we also have, let me see if I can get you guys up under there. All right, like I was saying, we also did the block off in the back. So this is where the switch panel is down here, but it's through the back part of the bed. But I have all this blocked off. I tried to do my best on it as best as I could. You see, we do have a little slit there. And we have a little bit one over there, but I'm not too worried about those. Pretty much what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and seam seal most of this anyway to lock in the inside, and that'll pretty much be it. As far as the floor, once I get the seam sealer. All right, YouTube, like I said, we got the seat done. Go ahead and show you guys how that look. As you guys see here, we have it in there. We have the shifter right here. So when racing, I'm going to air shift the car, but when just driving on the street, I'll just more than likely just shift it myself, just like this, because it's pretty simple. And we're back up in there. As far as the cage go, we're to the back of the cage as far as we can. I'm still going to add the mount in the back of it, more than likely, but we're as far as back as we could go. And pretty much we're just going to start working on all of the wiring for the car and making sure we get everything together how we need it. All right, YouTube, so that's it for the quick update on the car. I've been here for a little bit. It is hot in here. We can't turn on the fan because if I turn on the fan, you guys won't be able to hear me. But that's pretty much on the update on the car. I'll be making another video tomorrow on the new things I have for the car, and I'll let you guys see it because we'll be installing it. So I'll actually make a video on installing what I'm going to do as far as the puke tank, the buttons. I think I got the steering wheel buttons, I got the grip, and I think that's it. Oh, and the power and ground cables, because I have the bulkheads for that, and I have the accessory bulkheads for the power and ground. So the power, 12-volt switch, and everything like that. So in the next video, I'll be showing you guys that. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Go ahead and leave down in the comments any suggestions I should do with the back bed. The part where the fuel cell and the puke tank mount, I'm going to keep that area, but just in between, I'm trying to think of what I should do with that, because I really don't want the factory bed there. I wanted to do something that's removable. I know the tubs will stay in place, but I wanted to have something that's somewhat removable in the middle to be able to get back there, and it'll be easier to work on the suspension, or if I had to change bar angle or anything like that. So like I said, get in them comments, leave me a comment on what I should do about that. And don't forget to comment and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram. I post a lot on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. So again, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Thank you.